Olivia Hale's eyelids flicker open, her vision blurring under the harsh fluorescent lights. Her body, weak, unfamiliar, refuses to move. A voice cuts through the haze. "Ms. Hale, can you hear me?" She blinks, trying to focus. A doctor stands beside her, studying her carefully. "You've been in a coma for 10 years. The words crash into her like a wave. 10 years? Impossible. Her breath is shallow, her fingers twitch against the stiff sheets. Flashes of memories, fragments, drift through her mind, just out of reach. The doctor's voice is steady, clinical. "You were in a hit-and-run accident. You're lucky to be alive." But the moment he says it, a cold dread settles deep in her chest. Something isn't right. She doesn't know why, but she can feel it. The world kept turning without her. Olivia listens in silence as the doctor explains. Her family moved on, her fiancé married someone else, and everything she once knew is gone. 10 years, vanished. She grips the hospital blanket, her mind clouded with missing pieces. And then, flashes, a dimly lit room, a bloody handprint smeared across cold tile, the sharp crack of a gunshot. Her pulse spikes. What is she remembering? Is it real, or just fragments of a dream? Later, the television hums softly in the hospital room. A news broadcast. Politics, corruption, the same stories. Yet something feels different. Then she sees him, Senator Lucas Calloway, standing behind a podium, speaking with a smooth, practiced voice. Her breath catches, her heart pounds. She knows that voice, but she has no idea why. The past is a locked door. Olivia just needs the key. She sits in a dim office, wires attached to her temples. The neurologist speaks in a soothing tone. "Relax. Let the memories come." And then, a rush of images, a hidden investigation. Late nights, chasing leads, piecing together a puzzle of corruption. She was working on something big, an expose, a powerful senator, money laundering, illicit deals. And then, blood. A dark room, a muffled scream, a man, terrified, pleading for his life. A gunshot shatters the silence. The whistleblower falls. Olivia was there. She saw it happen. But the memory is foggy. The face of the killer, just out of reach. Her hands tremble. Her breath quickens. She didn't survive a random accident. Someone wanted her silenced, and they might still be watching. The first message arrives at midnight. "Stay silent." Olivia's fingers tighten around the phone. No number, no name. Just 2 words. Sharp, menacing. Someone knows she's awake. The hospital feels different now. The hall's quieter. Shadows stretching longer than they should. Then the news breaks. A nurse, dead. The same nurse who was there when Olivia first woke up. Her chest tightens. The report says it was an accident. Olivia knows better. This isn't a warning. It's a promise. She's being watched. The past isn't buried. It's waiting to be found. Olivia meets Ethan Marks, a face from her old life. Once a journalist, now just a man haunted by unfinished stories. Together they start digging. Among her belongings, Olivia finds something. A battered notebook, its pages filled with frantic notes, hidden clues. And then a name, Daniel Carter. A whistleblower. A man who was supposed to testify against Senator Calloway. A man who never got the chance. A flash of memory. Daniel, terrified. A gunshot. Blood spreading across the floor. She was there. She saw it happen. But the face of the killer is still a blur. And whoever they are, they know she's looking. The memory comes back like a knife in the dark. The killer wasn't a stranger. It was someone she trusted. A friend. A colleague. Maybe even Ryan. Her heart pounds as she stands outside his door. 10 years apart, but his eyes still hold secrets. "Olivia, you should have stayed gone." His voice is calm, too calm. She watches his hands, tight fists, the slight tremor of guilt or fear. He's hiding something. She can feel it. And then the bodies start piling up. People connected to the case, dead one by one. Someone is tying up loose ends. And Olivia might be next. The final piece of the puzzle clicks into place. Ryan Green, the man she once loved, the man who tried to kill her. The memories flood back. Daniel Carter begging for his life, the flash of a gun, and Ryan standing over the body, unshaken. He wasn't just covering up for Calloway, he was part of it. And when Olivia saw too much, he made sure she wouldn't talk. A staged accident, 10 years stolen, but she's awake now, and Ryan doesn't leave loose ends. The moment she remembers, the trap is already set. A black car, a sudden struggle, a needle pressed against her skin, darkness. When Olivia wakes, she's somewhere unfamiliar. Cold concrete, the scent of gasoline in the air. And then, footsteps, slow, measured. Ryan steps into the light. "You should have stayed asleep, Olivia." His voice is calm, almost regretful, but his eyes deadly. The world tilts. Her limbs feel heavy. Something is wrong. Her vision blurs as Ryan kneels beside her, syringe still in hand. "It worked once, Olivia. It'll work again." His voice is almost soothing, like a lover's whisper. She tries to move, but the drug pulls her under. Ryan's hand brushes her cheek, mocking, final. "This time you won't wake up." The drug slows her, but not enough. Ryan leans in, ready to end it, when Olivia strikes. A desperate lunge, a knee to his ribs. The syringe clatters to the floor. He wasn't expecting a fight. She was. They crash through the room, fists colliding, bodies slamming against cold concrete. He's stronger, but she's relentless. Then, his mistake. He grabs her by the throat, pulling her close. "You were never supposed to remember." His voice drips with arrogance. But the phone in her pocket, still recording, every word, every crime. And now the world will hear it. With shaking hands, Olivia presses send. The recording, the proof, Ryan's confession, Calloway's crimes, delivered to every journalist, every newsroom, every police station. The truth spreads like wildfire. Headlines explode. Senator Calloway under investigation. Business tycoon Ryan Green exposed in murder cover-up. Arrests are made. Corruption unmasked. Justice finally served. But Olivia knows powerful men don't fall easily, and some shadows never disappear. The news breaks before dawn. Senator Lucas Calloway dead. A gunshot. A closed-door office. No trial. No consequences. The official report calls it suicide. But Olivia knows better. A man like Calloway never pulls the trigger on himself. Someone made sure he stayed silent. Ryan is led away in handcuffs, his face twisted in fury. But Olivia doesn't celebrate, because the fight isn't over. Headlines vanish. News segments are pulled. Key witnesses go missing. Someone bigger, is still pulling the strings. The truth is out there. But for how long? Olivia is no longer just a journalist. She's a name, a symbol, a target. Cameras flash. Reporters swarm. Some hail her as a hero. Others call her a liar. Threats whisper through the cracks. Shadows follow her home. But she's done running. They tried to bury the truth. She will make sure the world never forgets. Months pass. The world moves on. Olivia tries to do the same. A new apartment, a quiet life, a fresh start. But some nights, sleep won't come. She still hears Ryan's voice, still sees Calloway's cold, dead eyes. Justice was served, but something still lingers. Then, her phone buzzes. A blocked number, a single message. "You should have stayed asleep." Her blood runs cold, because she knows this isn't over. Her phone vibrates. A final message. "You may have survived, but the game isn't over." Her breath catches. Fingers tighten around the screen. Somewhere someone is still watching, still waiting. A chill creeps down her spine. Then, cut to black. In the distance, beyond the glow of streetlights, a figure lingers in the shadows. Unseen, unnoticed, watching. A slow, deliberate breath, a faint smirk. Olivia thought she uncovered the truth. She was wrong. This wasn't the end. It was just the beginning.